Recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Hey y'all, make sure you hit the like button on your way in, please. Hit the like button on your way in. Drop me some yellow hearts in the comments. Let me know you are here. I miss y'all. Drop me some yellow hearts as you come in. Like the video.
Recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Hey y'all, what is going on? Y'all, I miss y'all so much. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all some time to get on in here, like the video on your way in. You know your girl is a little bit out of the algorithm because I haven't been posting like I usually have. So, like, I gotta get in it. So I need y'all to go ahead and work that magic, press that like button, trigger the notifications, get the people in here. I miss y'all. What is going on? Hey Kirby, hey actually Ari, hey Vita. What is going on, y'all? Y'all, I'm so excited to be up here to talk to y'all because your girl is full of energy, full of life, full of things today. Okay, what is going on? Y'all, we got to get into some things. So I definitely want to talk about Danaya Jackson. We definitely got to talk about it, y'all. We got to talk about it. I am not going to be posting no clips because I got some things to say about the interviewer. Okay, and I don't want him to come strike my video. So we're going to leave all the clips out, but we got some things to get into. Okay, we're going to talk about Young, Rich, and what is it? Young, Rich, and African. Child, I'm not talking about the whole season. We could definitely get into some things, but I definitely want to talk about how what happened between Annie and Spanky and how I really feel about it. Swanky. And how I really feel about that situation that happened between them and how they really was making and how Annie really tried to downplay it like she didn't know what she was like she didn't know she did what she did. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about that, and then we could let the conversation lead however it goes. And I'm going to give y'all a story time on what happened to me last Sunday and why your girl ended up in the hospital for a whole freaking day. It was absolutely terrible. So before we get into these things, I need you guys to go ahead and like this video, trigger the algorithm, drop me some yellow hearts if you're just watching, because the comments and all that stuff really, really help push the video. And your girl hasn't been live in a long time. I feel like it might have been the last time I was live was, I think, Ready to Love. Child, and Ready to Love is about to come back. So I'm excited about that. I'm so sorry we never really got into get into like the other shows that I wanted to get into, but I hope y'all understand, okay? But I'm in my second trimester, and they said it's supposed to be the best one, so this is the best one. Let's go for it, okay? But before we get into those topics, let's go ahead and get into our story time, and then we're going to just go into Danaya Jackson, and then we're going to go into Young, Rich, and Famous, okay? So I am going to timestamp this for the replay. And I might break it up into 3 different sections later on tonight or tomorrow and post them separate. Some people don't want to watch lives that are super long, and I got a feeling that this one's going to have a little length to it, okay? So I hope y'all are prepared to sit back and listen, and let's talk and get into some things. But I just want to say that I really, 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 really miss you guys, and I really love the support that y'all have been giving to me, even to the people who reached out and been like, Chloe, you okay? How's everything going? I really appreciate all of that. So, y'all, last Saturday I had started getting these really, 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 really bad like pains, right? They felt like contractions, y'all. Y'all ever had, well, not y'all ever had, but if you have children, you know what contractions feel like. They was coming like every 2 minutes, right? So somewhere along the nighttime, I'm like in pain around like 5 o'clock to maybe around like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was in pain, but I just, finally was able to go to sleep. I took a Tylenol and I'm like, let it wear off, go to sleep, right? You better cook. I'm cooking. Look, I have not been over pushing myself. I've been trying. So I fell asleep, and then you know how you wake up and you feel so happy not to be in pain. I woke up, I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I'm not in no more pain. I'm okay. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great for the day. 5 o'clock come back around, the pain start again. Now, the pain is excruciating. Like, it's excruciating. Like it is like beyond me. And I'm to the point where I'm like, I don't know what to do. I can't get comfortable. I can't lay down. I can't sit. Everything is just like, it's like literally like I'm about to have a baby. So my husband's like Googling stuff and he's like, it sounds like round ligament pains. Okay. That's like what happens when your uterus is stretching out. So I'm like, nah, this don't feel like that. And so I'm like, I don't know what this is. It got so bad. So I finally tried to fall asleep. Around 1 in the morning, I popped up because I'm like, oh, it hurt. So I went to go wipe myself, y'all. I was bleeding. All the flashbacks of the time where when I had my miscarriage started coming back. So I'm like, oh my God. So I get in the car, I call my doctor. I'm in the car with my husband. I'm telling my husband, I'm like, I'm looking at him like I didn't do anything wrong this time. Like in my mind, I'm thinking like I did what I was supposed to do. Like I have not been stressing because y'all know I don't work anymore. I have not been stressing. I have not been moving things I wasn't supposed to move. I've literally been in the bed just trying to recover from being physically sick, like morning sickness and nauseous feeling. So I haven't been doing, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can't believe this is happening again. Like in my mind, I'm thinking I'm having a miscarriage, right? So I get to the hospital and I'm telling the lady at the front desk, now y'all know I live in the hood and this was the worst thing that I could have done because my doctor works at a mountainside hospital. But I went to the closest hospital to me in Jersey, which is University Hospital. And I know I should have went there, but I wanted to get to the hospital fast because I was in so much pain and I was bleeding. So I get there, they take my vitals, and they're like, she's like, okay, we're gonna do some blood work, we're gonna do all these things, whatever. So then they send me to fast track. So when I get to fast track, I go to the front and I tell the lady, I say, I'm supposed to get an ultrasound, so I need to. So they sent me here. She said, okay, just sit down and wait. An hour go by. I was like in pain. Now I'm pissed off because it's been an hour. Nobody said nothing. So I go up there. I say, I'm just supposed to be getting an ultrasound. Like, what's taking so long to get an ultrasound? She was like, oh, I'm so sorry, but they haven't even put the order in for your ultrasound. Y'all, I was like, whew. I was like, well, can we put an order in because I need to see a doctor. Like, I need to see an ultrasound to see if my baby's okay. Like, what is happening? Go back and sit down. Another hour been by. Now I'm like, I'm about to go up there and act a freaking fool, y'all. So I get up there and I'm like, right. I start being loud and everything. I'm like, I'm in pain. I think I'm having a miscarriage. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Y'all not helping me. And I'm like crying, y'all. I'm in there bawling, crying in the emergency room, fast track with people, this, that, and other. My husband's like, you gotta calm down. I'm like, no, because no one's having. The lady was like, come back here, come back here. Why I gotta be in the emergency room for hours on end for y'all to finally help me when all I want to know is make sure my baby's okay, right? The doctor comes around, the nurse practitioner, she comes around. She's like, oh my God, the lady told me that we had to get out here urgent. So I just want to make sure that, I want to see what's going on. Why is my blood pressure sky high? She's like, you're not supposed to be here. One, you're pregnant. And two, your blood pressure is high. So I'm in there, but I'm like, she's like, we're going to get you an ultrasound like right now. Literally 5 minutes later, they taking me to ultrasound. I'm like, why I got to be here damn near dying on the floor for somebody to help me in the emergency room? I go and they do the ultrasound. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I just know she about to tell me I'm miscarrying. I'm like just preparing myself for this news, right? Because like what else could be it? Because like y'all, I was like, it wasn't like spotting, it was like blood. I'm like, this is what's happening. Like that's the only thing I could think of. I'm having contractions, I'm bleeding, I gotta be having another miscarriage, and I'm just really sitting here going through all these emotions inside my head, and I'm stressed the hell out. And so the lady does the ultrasound, and she's like, your baby's fine, everything's good. She was like, you have fibroids. The fibroid is bigger than the baby. So the fibroid is growing and is degenerating, but it was growing with the baby and pushing against my uterus. So it was just so much pain. So they brought me back upstairs because now they like, okay, we think it's the fibroids, blah, 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 blah. So they give me morphine. That morphine did not work. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was in it like, the doctor was like, the morphine don't work. I said, this morphine don't work. It's not working. They was like, oh, no, that's not good. Like, what do you mean morphine's not working? Child, I was in there like I'm dying. Like somebody help me. Like I don't know what to do. So they send in another doctor because they've never seen the morphine not work, right? Because that's supposed to be one of the strongest drugs out here in the world. So they giving me the morphine. So they the doctor comes in. He's like, we need to let me check. Check what's going on. He was like, your cervix is closed. It sounds like they was trying to tell me that I could possibly be having a miscarriage, but they didn't want to say I was having a miscarriage because they didn't want to say it because I showed no signs of miscarriaging. So it's like I have symptoms of miscarriaging, but on the ultrasound, the baby's fine, it's moving, it's alert, the cervix is closed, but I'm bleeding and I'm having contractions as if I'm having a miscarriage, right? So they don't know what's really happening, and I am stressed out because I just want to stop having these pains, and the morphine's not working. Right. So I get to the point now, mind y'all, I went to the hospital like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm in there. They sent in more doctors. Like they just kept sending in more doctors. They touching me, and I'm like, it hurts. That hurts. Don't do this. Because I'm like, I don't know. I just start breaking down, crying. Like I'm tired of being in pain. I've been in pain since 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It is now the next day. It is like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'm like, okay, y'all, around 7 o'clock in the morning, they was like, okay, we're gonna have to. They finally moved me to a room now. Now, mind you, I've been sitting on all the women in the chat know when you go get a pap smear, how you have that table that your feet go up on and you like that. All this time I've been on that table. They haven't even put me in a freaking room yet. And I'm just sitting here like, I can't sit down. I can't lay down. I can't get comfortable. I'm in so much pain. They're like, we're going to move you to a bed so that you can get comfortable. Finally, at like 7 o'clock in the morning, y'all going to finally move me to a bed? Y'all, I was livid. Okay. So they finally get me into bed and I'm just laying down. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I was like, can I at least have something to drink? No, you can't have nothing to drink because now they want to see if they think that I had what's it? Pancreatitis. Because when they kept touching, they're like, it feel like maybe you might have pancreatitis. So I'm like, is that how you say it? Pancreatitis, whatever. So I'm like, they like, you can't, we're not going to give you nothing to drink, nothing to eat because we're going to have to give you an MRI. So I'm like, an MRI? So they like, so here's the thing, MRIs, so they mix the pain pills that have like ibuprofen. It's an acid. I think that's the kind of medicine it is, but it's like similar to ibuprofen. But as a pregnant person, you're not supposed to take that medicine, right? So they give me this medicine, and I'm like, this medicine don't work. The morphine don't work. What y'all trying to do? They like, we're gonna mix them to see if they work. They mixed the medicine, and it finally, like y'all, I finally was able to pancreatitis. Okay, I was finally able to breathe. So they come in there with these papers. They like, the medicine could possibly cause miscarriage. But this is the only thing that we could do to try to get the pain down because we can't do anything to you until we get the pain under control. Right. So then they take me to the daggone so then they finally take me to they bring me the papers. They like, so MRIs are magnetic. They're not the ones that's like what's the kind he said? It's a different kind of machine, but this one, the MRI is magnetic. Okay, so it's not radiation. That's what he explains to me. He says not radiation, it's magnetic, but it's not a proven fact that they cause miscarriages when you're pregnant, but it's a possibility, right? So now you got me on this medicine that causes miscarriages. Y'all want to give me an MRI that may cause miscarriages, putting the eyes all against me, basically trying to just basically choose me or choose this baby. That's what y'all telling me at this point, right? Choose me or choose having this baby. So I'm sitting here like, I can't bear the pain. Like, I don't care. At this point, I'm in so much, like, at this point, the pain's finally gone, but I'm just so scared and I need them to figure out what's going on. They tell me, like, if it's pancreatitis, we won't have to go in immediately and get this together. I'm like, whoa, wait, what? What's happening here? Because pancreatitis is not something you could play with. So y'all, I'm like, they take me down. I sign the papers. I'm like, okay, whatever. Let's just figure out what's going on. Anybody ever have an MRI? Y'all, I didn't even like, I went in feet first. So my head was out, but the closer it kept going in and in and inside that tunnel, I swear to God, I felt like I was about to cry. I was so like uncomfortable. So they ran two tests, two, 40 minutes apiece. And you have to hold your arms up like this. So the lady had me have my arms up like this, and I'm laying down, and you can't move your body because they're taking pictures. And so I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And then the lady was like, just relax. I'm like, maybe I could fall asleep because I haven't been asleep since the morning before. Like I've been up all day. And then I started having pains at 5 o'clock, and I'm in the hospital, and it's now like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, on Sunday. So I'm laying there, and then you hear the machine doing all these noises, and then the lady in the machine's like, deep breath, hold it. And I'm like, okay, I wait for to let go, relax, exhale, something. I'm in there about to die, y'all. I'm in there like, like trying to hold my breath. Like they got me effed up. I can't hold my breath like that. I'm in there. I was like, I'm trying to breathe through it, child. I was in there like about to die. And she was like, so then the machine goes down a little bit more, and my head get closer to the thing, and it's like, hold your breath. And I'm over here trying to hold my breath, trying to stay still, trying not to die. It's a lot. Okay, I'm stressed the hell out. I'm already been in pain for like all these hours. I haven't eaten anything, drank anything, did anything. Now y'all got me in a freaking machine where I can't even move, and y'all want me to hold my breath? I can't breathe in here. So I'm like, I was so stressed out. I was so stressed out. So I get out so the lady was like, this one, because towards the second one, I started not caring because my butt, first of all, y'all know I'm not like real, like, I'm not juicy. I don't have a lot of booty and a lot of hips. I don't have a lot of that. Okay. So I'm like laying on this hard table, and my bones is hurting now. Okay. Because this is bones. Okay. Back here's a lot of bones. So I'm like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. I'm trying to move, trying to like, my arm hurt because I'm stuck like this. At this point, she's like, if you need a break, if you need something, like just press this, like squeeze the thing, because it'll let us know that we need to come in here and see you. I said, if my head go in this thing one more inch, I'm pressing this thing, and I don't care what they didn't get. I don't care what pictures they didn't get. I don't care what nothing they didn't get. They not getting it. Okay. So she was like, I'm going to let you out because I told the doctor that this is all we could get because your pains are coming back. And I was like, thank you so much. I felt the lady, like she felt my pain for me. She felt my pain for me. And so I'm like, I was just so like stressed out. So I finally get in there, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on with my with myself. So come to find out, it was literally just the fibroid. So I went through all of that for nothing. I went through the fibroid was degenerating, which was causing the bleeding and causing the pain, the extreme pain. So they put me on the medicine alone because they can't send me home with morphine, right? But the morphine mixed with that medicine took the pain down enough that now the pain was manageable with the medicine. But the medicine caused miscarriage, so they put me on a 2-day treatment. So I had to take one pill every 6 hours for 2 days. So I was taking those pills, and I'm just praying that when I stopped taking the pills, that the pain didn't come back. Because even though I was taking the pills, because the lady, they set me down after they gave me the dose, they was like, we're going to keep you in here for about an hour to make sure that the pain is under control. Because if the pain is not under control, we're going to have to admit you. And I'm like, y'all could have admitted me a long time ago and gave me some food and a bed and a TV, because y'all had me up in here like I don't have insurance or something. Like, what's happening? Okay. So they go ahead and they send they child. So the medicine end up taking the pain like not completely away. So it's like you could feel your body doing stuff, but it's not pain. It's just uncomfortable. Like you could feel it happening, but you don't feel the like intense pain of it. So I was stressed out, y'all. I was so stressed out. And so I was laying down. Yeah, them fibroids ain't nothing to play with. And so I laid down, and I just, took it. The medicine was working. So on my last dose of the medicine, I was just praying that the pain didn't come back, because that pain was excruciating. It was the worst pain in my whole entire life. And I was just like, don't get pregnant in your 30s, y'all. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, okay? Like, I literally, my daughter is 11. I don't know what if my mom was like, let's do a baby at 30, about to be 34, okay? It just, this ain't it, okay? I should have did this when everything was all functioning properly before I put all this wear and tear and all the alcohol and all the things that I have done to my body over the years. I probably should have been like, let me sit this one out, okay? But thankfully, the pain is gone. The baby is fine. I went to my doctor. My doctor got me into the back in really, really early, and they did another ultrasound. So now they're monitoring the fibroid along with the baby and everything. So far so good. Everything seems fine. I'm not in pain anymore. I'm not in discomfort anymore. So we just have to see how that goes. Whew. You said you had, I'm 39, still paying for a baby. Ooh, good luck with that. I had both of you. You had both of your baby in your 30s, right? It's very ghetto. It's very ghetto. Like, I'm like, no, okay. Recommend if you want to have these kids, push them out 23, 24, 25. I don't know, all the way, but them that. Yeah, I mean, my body just is. It take me a long time. Like, this hit me really, really hard. I have never. I've only had my daughter in this pregnancy, but I have never really been like, I ain't had no morning sicknesses with her. I was still outside. I was having a good old time still. You know, I was living my best life. Now I was like in the bed. I'm down bad, y'all. I'm down bad. Trying to get my life together for real, okay? But we good, we good. So I just wanted to tell y'all, give y'all a little story time because I haven't talked to y'all in a long time. Give y'all a quick little update on what was going on with me and why your girl been in my a between not being able to like get my energy up, always feeling sick, and then going straight from that into intense pain and then trying to recover from all that. But I am good. I am good. And I hope everyone had a good Memorial Day. What did you guys do for Memorial Day? I had my first kid at 33 and at 40. 43. Oh, oh, y'all really pushing it out here. y'all is pushing it out here. I hope Mr. Johnson is working on your push. I hope so too, because I told him, look, I said, I don't know what I want, but I'm thinking of a master plan, okay? I'm thinking of a master plan of all the things that I could possibly ask him for. To make up for this. He was like, he's so funny because my poor husband was in that hospital, y'all, and he did not sleep not 1 ounce. And I'm sitting there trying to fall asleep. And he like, it's okay, just go to sleep. And I'm like, I can't. And I'm like, I'm telling him, like, put your head down. He like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Poor thing was exhausted. He was exhausted because he was up later. He was up before me. So he definitely didn't get any sleep or whatever. So it was just rough. But he said, he was like, this gotta be a girl because this baby's dramatic. That's what he said. He said it gotta be a girl because this baby's dramatic. But that's that, y'all. So I'm hoping and praying that that was the past and nothing else come. I know he was scared. Good thing you had him for support. And as I guess, okay, I know he, like, if y'all could feel the tension in the car between me and him, because we were sitting in the car and it's like deja vu. It was like, I know we not having a miscarriage again. Like, I know this is not, you know how it's like, no, not again. Like, absolutely not. Like, come on, God. That's the feeling that I was having in the car. Like, I cannot fathom this. So now he's like, I'm like, oh, I'm about to go clean the kitchen. No, you sit down. Oh, I'm about to, no, you sit down. I'm like, I could do something now. I ain't handicapped and whatnot. Okay. But I'm here and we good. So let's get into Danaya Jackson, y'all. We're gonna slide into Danaya Jackson. What time is it? So I could see. Oh, good. We good timing. Good timing. 24 minutes. Okay. So y'all, over the last couple of days, Danaya Jackson did an interview of her tell all to really get into some things with her marriage. Okay. Look, y'all, I really hope. I think I want a girl though. I did want a boy, but I think I want a girl for my daughter. But this is it. I'm taking the tubes out, the fibroids out. I'm taking all of it out. Take it out. I'm done. I'm done. I don't need these functions anymore. Okay. I don't need no more functions. Y'all can have all the pieces. Donate them. Give them to somebody. I don't want them. But let's get into it. So yeah, Janet Jackson had a baby in her 50s, but Janet Jackson got different she got different doctors and all that stuff. She got the best of the best. She probably child. She didn't even have to have that baby frame once. She could have somebody carry it. But a lot of women want to experience pregnancy. So as long as if your body is still capable of doing it in a healthy way, I say go for it. But I'm telling you, it's hard. It is not easy. The older you get, it's not as easy. So, but I'm sure the ladies who've had babies at 40 and 49 definitely will tell y'all it's not as easy as it could be. So let's get into it. So over the last couple of days, the internet has been hot with Danaya Jackson. Now I'm going to get into some of the things that she discussed in that interview about her husband, well, a soon to be ex-husband, because they're still technically married. But before I get into it, I want to say that when she started this off, she said that God gave her permission to do this interview. And I was sitting there in confusion, okay? Because I really wanted to understand for the life of me, girl, is you listening to God or not? Because I feel like God would not have sent you on a platform where the man is literally laughing in your face when you're trying to be serious, to the point where you have to say, let's be serious, okay? Or to the point where he has to tell everyone that he went and got your makeup done for you and got you all jazzed up for the internet so that no one can say anything bad about you. Because that definitely could have been left unsaid. Okay. I felt like that was kind of like, I don't know. I didn't like the feel of it, because if you invite this woman onto your platform, okay, you invited her onto your platform and you decided to, do her up because you wanted her to look good and this, that, and the other. What was the purpose of you telling the whole world and everyone that was going to watch this video that you did that for her? What you basically was saying was that you look bad in all your videos, so I wanted to make sure you look cute up here when you come tell your story on my platform. Okay. So that was one thing. So, and that was the second thing. Okay. The third thing was, first, let's go back to the laughing and the giggling. Y'all, the laughing and the giggling really sent me, because there were moments where she was saying things that was sympathetic. It was something like she may have tried to laugh through the pain because she heard herself say it out loud, but you could tell that she was still affected by that, and he adding insult to injury. And I'm sitting here like, sir, you need to calm down. You're doing way too much. It's like you were laughing at her and not with her, and I didn't like the feel of that. He was cutting in at the wrong times when she was trying to go into depth in situations. He was cutting in. I was really agitated to the point where I almost wanted to turn it off. Like, I almost was like, this is a joke. This is a joke. Like, we can take him completely out of this, and she could tell her story on her own because he added nothing to it. Okay. So then at the end of the whole thing, and he talks about how he was a serial cheater. Hold on, y'all. Let's get into this 2 seconds. Danaya said that Derek Jackson, they went through this whole, like, we're gonna fix our marriage. Okay. She said she was in some type of ceremony camp, something, blah, 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 working on forgiveness. Okay. She said she came back and she was like, I forgive you. I went to my husband, I forgive you. Okay. For her, this was, I forgive you. We're going to start over. Okay. After she said she forgive you and she want to start over, he sent her a text message. Okay. And the text message said, I want a divorce. I'm done with this. Okay. That's what she said. This man sat right there and said, you know what? This kind of like full circle for me. Want to know why? Because I was a serial cheater with my wife. And I did all the things and all the things and all the things. And we went to the daggone, with the counseling, and we did all these things. And after all of this was done, after she done took me back, forgave me, and she was whole, and we was whole, I prayed to God, and as I said, God, release me from this marriage. So you child, this is exactly what Derek Jackson just did to this woman sitting right here. And this is why you sat there and laughed through the whole freaking thing, because you did not sympathize with her. You understood what was going on because you was Derek Jackson. Girl, I was sitting there like, oh no, he got me pissed off. He got me mad. He had me in my feelings because you basically said it as if it's cool. You sat there and basically told her that you was Derek Jackson. And you didn't clarify anything because I feel like, let me just tell y'all what I feel like. This what came to me as I was watching it, okay? When she said what she said about Derek Jackson, I kind of understood what he said, okay? I felt like he probably got to it probably I can see how this is interpreted from a man, maybe from the man's point of view. Okay, let's go to the man's point of view real quick. As a man, as they probably were thinking like, um, we've been through a healing process. We are both individually healed. She has finally forgiven. Now we can move on in our separate lives. Cool. But I feel like someone who has been through the same exact thing from a male perspective, you being that man, should have helped that woman, gave her some clarity to the closure that her ex-husband could have never gave her, being as though you experienced it firsthand and was the guy who did it. You just said, after me and my wife went through everything and we went through all that stuff and she was whole and I was whole and we was good. I just prayed to God to let me loose from this marriage. Girl, what? Girl, what, sir, excuse me? Because as a woman, I'm gonna need you to make it make sense to me. What do you mean by after we finally overcame everything? Now you want to be released from this marriage after you done dumped all this stuff on me, put me through hell over the years, and now you decide that after you go through a healing journey, when I'm the only one freaking hurt, to have God release you from this marriage when I should have been released this ish, it had me sick. I was sitting here like, whoo. I was like, Danaya, you sure God sent you here? Girl, is you sure? Is you sure? Because I'm second guessing maybe he didn't. Because y'all can say what you want about Tasha K, but Tasha K would have been a little bit more sympathetic. Being a wife. That man sat there, laughed in her face, made a mockery of her, basically saying that she was unattractive in all those videos. So he had to go get her dolled up. So there was nothing that the internet could say about her, as if she wasn't going to come in there put together on her own. But he had to let us know that. Even if you did do that, sir, what was the purpose? Why? Did you feel better about yourself after that? See, one thing about the men who act like that narcissist and all that stuff, no matter how much they try to portray that they've been saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, baby, it's always lingering. It's always lingering. And I saw it all through it. And I'm like, couldn't be me. Could not be me. I was upset. Is he or she? No, it's a he. What? Okay, so let's get into some of the things that today. First of all, y'all, please like the video, get the people up in here, Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if it's your first time here. Y'all know all the good stuff. Okay, so let's get into some of the things. Let's start I'm gonna try to go through it from what I remember. If I forget some things, you guys go ahead and throw it at me, okay? So the first thing that I realized is that I don't think that he was ever truly in love with his wife. Okay. She's talked about the fact that when, he met her, she was like, a real quiet girl. She had just came from SA, assault, as she had been through SA, this, that, and other. So she was really kind of like in shelter. She was really like into herself. She, didn't tell anybody anything happened to her. So she went into this relationship with a little bit of trauma. But I also feel as though because he was a jock, she went into this relationship thinking that he was going to protect her. I think she had the idea that if I am now in a relationship with someone, I have someone to protect me, someone to look out for me, someone to comfort me, someone that this will never happen to me again because of that. And this is why I think she stuck around with him for as long as she did. Okay. So when she said that now Derek seems to have been messing around on her through the whole relationship. She said they were on and off again, on and off again. She ended up pregnant and she was like passing these women on the stairway to go see Derek for her D appointment, okay? While she's carrying his baby. Now, this is when we have to start thinking to ourselves, and I will say that she definitely took accountability for her actions. She know what she did was out of line. It was crazy, okay? It is what it is. We've all been young, dumb, but I also feel like she wanted that protection from him, which is why she stayed around as long as she did. She didn't want to be put in that position where she didn't have someone to attach herself with to keep her protected. You know what I'm saying? Now, I feel like why out of all these women that Derek was messing with, she was the only one that got pregnant. That's the one thing that kind of stood out to me the most. Because if he was y'all, if the girls is passing each other on the steps and it's your D appointment at 6 and mine is at 8, hey girl, how you doing? See you next week. Oh, hey girl, how you doing? See you next week. How come I'm the only one pregnant out this beef? Okay. So I was that made me a little that made me think like what was it like it just it for one it's hard to believe that she's his only baby mother. Now I'm not saying he got kids out there that he not claiming, but it's giving some of that energy. I'm just saying it's giving some of that energy because there's no way, according to her, the list that he made of all these hundreds of women that he slept with, there was no way none of them got hit once or twice. You know what I'm saying? None of them club got shot up twice, 3 times, maybe 4. I don't know. But she said that when she went to his mother and she finally decided to tell his mother that she was going to leave him, he was like, the mother, I guess, went back and told him, and that's when he decided that he wanted to marry her. He wanted to marry her, she believes, because he still wanted to have access to the children, and he didn't want her to get up and uproot her stuff and go back to Denver and take the babies. Okay, but my thing was, I feel like, sir, you didn't even want to be around them babies because you put her and these babies up in the house, a mansion, okay, up into a mansion, and you wasn't there. So why does it matter where she was at? What was the purpose? What was the point? Did you really just want to ruin her life? Like, did you really just want to ruin her life? Yes, you Queen E. Yes, you being 30 minutes late after I told my whole story. Okay, so now you got to go to the start over. You guys, if y'all missed my story time, go back to the beginning, but not now. At the end of this, start over. Okay. So I was really thrown off by that. I really was thrown off by it. So after so now I want to try to understand where she was coming from, because she found out about women right before she married him, and she still went through and married him. So I say this because we have to be very, very cautious, like, of the things that we are experiencing in people. If you say that there was no way that you would want to be with him in a poly relationship and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 why did you marry him knowing that he had treated you so horribly all the way up until this point, to the point right before you got married? You got married, like, you yourself said that you really never had good times in this marriage. So why did you stay married to him for so long? Now, I'm not going to sit here and blame her because I know how love works. Okay, I get it. I get it. I totally get it. I've been that girl before where it's like you just want that person. You don't care what it is. You don't care nothing about it. You just want that person, and you willing to do anything and everything for that person. So much so to the point where he has to divorce you. Child, I hurt for her. I heard desperation. That's the word. It just makes me like, we as women have to really find the value in ourselves outside of a man. Because if the man didn't care about you before you got married, did you think that was going to change once y'all got married? If he could have you pregnant with his child, passing the girls going up and down the steps, Did you think for 1 second that he was going to be different in your marriage? Absolutely. And this is why I say this was trauma. This was trauma triggered because she had been essayed. She was looking for protection. And she said, he was a jock, he was a big guy, he's a handsome guy. Da, da, da. That's that protection. Um he didn't want her to be out in the world. Like he didn't want the world to know that he had a wife. Like he didn't want to put her on display. Like people he hinted at, or she said at one point he talked about having a wife or whatever, but I guess that was like in the beginning of his career before it took off. And he didn't want her to like no one to really know that he was married, because if they found out, it was going to mess up everything. Like she was going on tour with him and the women was like in his face and they was like feeling on him and doing this, that, and other. And I'm sitting here like, why wouldn't a relationship coach want to be, known for having a wife? I mean, it makes sense to me, because wouldn't you want relationship advice from someone who's actually in a relationship? But that wasn't what it was. This was all a gimmick that he made up to go ahead and be able to have access to women, to tell women about the type of man that he is, so that he could go ahead and get them to fall into the palms of his hands, thinking that he totally would never be that guy because he's giving us the game. Something is truly wrong with that man. Y'all want to know what broke my heart though? She said that he wrote her a Mother's Day post on Instagram and he spelled her name wrong. This is the mother of your 3 children. This is the mother of your 3 children who you've been with since you was 19 years old. And you spelled her name wrong and then blocked her. Right, Queen E. And then had the nerve to freaking block her. Sorry, excuse the F out of me, but baby, we would have been in that house like I can see it, because I would have punched him dead in his freaking face. It would have went down. I'm sorry. I found you. Because I would have been child would have got real ghetto real fast. Every time that this woman has been pregnant, she has not had her husband to love on her, because he was constantly finding love in everyone else so bad, so much so where she resented her own child. She could not love her own child properly because she was a split image of the women that he chose. Could you imagine not being able to bond with her child? But you want to know something? Y'all think that that's rare. That's not rare. You know how many women don't like their kids because they look like their fathers? Could you imagine? She's couldn't bond with her daughter because her daughter resembled majority of the women that he would cheat on her with. And instead of her sitting there, and aside from the child, she would sit there and study these videos of her husband having sex with other women. Study them. I mean, study them to the point where she can go back and act like them, try to dress like them, try to please him like them. That's trauma. And you want to know something? It's not uncommon amongst women. And you will be surprised that if women actually spoke up about the lengths that, you know how many women fighting over men now? This ain't nothing new. There's women who've been with the men who continue to have babies on them, cheat on them, do things on them, this, that, and the other. And you always like, girl, you need to find self-love. You need to do this. You need to do that. And it's like, it's easier said than done, because when you in it, baby, you was in it. You in the thick of it. But you really have to come in and you have to find your self-worth. And I'm saying that as a married woman and a mother who's been lost inside of a man. Learning to love myself again, to the point where I'm like, I need to find something for Chloe. Who is Chloe? What's going on with me? And that's self-work. And I remember one day when I went to my husband, I said to him, I'm like, you haven't told me I'm pretty. Why don't you tell me I'm pretty? You don't think I'm pretty, right? And he was like, so if I don't tell you that you're pretty, you don't think you're pretty? And I'm like, no, I know I'm pretty, but why don't you tell me? He like, no, 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 no. Because you're looking for me to validate that how you feel, how you should feel about yourself regardless. Because my he's realistic, he's logical. I'm emotional, y'all. I'm always in my feelings, I'm in my emotions, I'm all over the place. Okay. So I'm just like, well, I'm always like that. And he really had to put it in my head one day. Like, your happiness can't be based on someone else. How you feel about yourself can be based. If no one in this world told you that you are beautiful, would you believe that you are beautiful? If no one told you that you are worthy, do you believe that you are worthy enough? And that takes work. And everybody don't want to work on themselves. They want everyone else to do it for them. You tell me I'm worthy. You tell me I'm great. You tell me I'm beautiful. You tell me I'm sexy. You tell me I'm this. You tell me that I'm that. And it's false confidence. It's false confidence. And I really felt bad at the fact that she really sat there and she tried to emulate women so she can please her husband. And he didn't give a F about her. Even so much to the fact that he filed for the divorce. After he took her through hell and back. And she still was willing and ready to stay in the marriage. Girl, I'm like, forgiveness. Forgiveness. You come in the house, I forget. You're damn right, I forgive you and I'm leaving you. And I hope she get every penny she deserves. Every freaking penny. Because she was part of the business. She ran the back part of it, the emails and everything. Even to the point where the girl who cut his hair for his wedding, he was having a relationship with. Could you imagine your husband, your fiance, the day before you're about to get married, he's going to go get his hair cut from the woman who he had relationships with? Child, I'd have been done. Y'all just saw me on Snap. Y'all just saw me on Snap ASAP. I'd have been like this, holding up my little sign. Child, I don't even know how to do it right. The profiling it all. Chloe, what happened? I killed them. That's what happened. Sorry. I didn't know what else to do. I snapped. And that's the part, right? So Derek never met a coochie he ain't want to slide in. And that's the point. So you got this one woman sitting here studying multiple women, trying to emulate these women, become these women. And you are the one, and you don't realize that he will slide up in any and everything that will allow him to. Anything that opened their legs, he will be happy to dive on in. That's right. You do not have to stay with an adulterer. God accepts you walking away. He sure does. He sure does. And you would think that as much as she talk about the Bible, right? As much as she talk about this Bible, that would be in her head, that to be like, I have to do better. Like, I think the disconnect, when you start disconnecting from your child, that's when something has to click in you and say, this ain't it. This is not it. Because she said that when he made that post about her showing up for the kids, even when she couldn't show up for herself, that she was referring to the fact that she couldn't really be there for her child the way she wanted to because she was, child. Do y'all not know that this woman said that she was so malnourished? She was so skinny. She wasn't eating. She was basically ready to die. She was ready to die. You have children to live for, but your heart is so deeply enrooted into this man that you don't even care for your life or them children. Yeah, I was literally like I couldn't. And the thing is that the story that she told is so intense, and this man is sitting there, oh, slap my knee, so funny. Oh my God, Danaya, you're a jokester girl, you're hilarious. That's why I got you all did up to come up here. I used to be Derek Jackson. That was me. Thanks for coming. Just pissed me off so bad, so bad. And the thing about it is that Danaya Jackson is so many women. She has so many different parts of so many of us as women. The insecurities, the love, the searching for a love, the searching for affection. This man wasn't even in the house. He was in a condo. He wouldn't come home. He was in a condo. When she tried to get away, he came and met her before she even got there. For what? You did all of this. You caused this woman so much heartache and so much strain. Like, and you know what? And I thought about the fact that she said that she made a list of all the things that he needed to do in order for them to, get back together. And he had went to church and this, that, and the other, but they never renewed their vows. And that's where it should have started. I think that, and I'm not saying it would change anything, but that's where we could have really started. You would have really started to see if he was really ready to recommit, because that's the only thing that kind of on that list that we probably didn't get to. And it's like you already settled for everything. You already you already settled for less than what you told him you needed to go back. That's another thing that we do as women. We sometimes push to the side how we sit there and we are so intentional with things, right? And in order for me to come back, I need this, and this. But he only got to do 3 out of the 5 things, and it's like, okay, once again, accepting the bare minimum. He couldn't even give you the 5 things that you wanted for completely, and you still went back. It already shows the character of the man. But the one thing that I've been told is that only a woman knows when enough is enough. And the sad part about this is that she never got her enough. Like, everybody's looking at her like, yeah, she's gonna be great. She's gonna be good. Yeah, she's gonna be good. She has no choice. He told her he don't want her. He told her he wants a divorce. When she walked through the door and said, I forgive you, let's do this, she didn't have her enough. That's the part that's scary to me. So it's ultimately saying that he can literally turn around in like 2 days, a week from now, and be like, you know what? I really want to work on this marriage again. I really want to work on this marriage again. I promise I'll do everything you say. I promise. I promise. And she'll go, I'm going to fight for my marriage because this God bless this marriage. The same way after he told her he wanted a divorce, and she'd go up there and tell us any person speak against her marriage and her husband and this, that, and the other, and talk about our babies be vagabonds and all types of stuff and this, that, and the other. After the man told you he didn't want you, you still went on the internet and go into a rage because your marriage is under attack. Baby, your marriage is not under attack. That's a false sense of reality. Your marriage is not under attack. The devil is not trying to attack your marriage. Your marriage was never sacred to begin with. And the reason why you said you wanted to renew your vows is because you wanted to start these vows under God, because your foundation the first time was not set under God, which is why that should have been the most important thing on your list to get done that did not get done. We have to start doing better because these niggas ain't ish. And that's apparent. That's apparent. So for her, like, I really pray for her because she say, y'all, the fact that she didn't have her enough, it makes me scared. She didn't leave, he left. But you know what? I'm proud that she did countersue. Not counsel child, but she filed her own divorce decree because he filed under reconcilable differences, and she filed under um what did she file under? Oh, infidelity or adultery. And that right there, I could get with that. Like, girl, and take him for everything. Get him for everything. There we go. Your marriage is not under attack. Your happiness, self-worth, self-love was under attack from yourself, sis. Exactly. And you know what? Sometimes God works in mysterious ways where if we're not strong enough to do it ourselves, then he'll get it done for us. And if that's what it took for Derek Jackson, if that's the one thing that he could have done for his wife after all the years of mistreating her and hurting her, was to finally loose the shackles so that she could go and find her happiness and her peace and heal, then thank you, Derek Jackson, for being a complete a-hole. Because to be honest, y'all, she would have never left. And if she did, it probably would have been years from now. Years. Like, after she probably, God forbid, would have quit something if she didn't. Not something serious, but, STDs are real. And a lot of them are curable. So, chlamydia, gonorrhea, all them things, you take some pills, it's going. You know what I'm saying? So, who's to say that that never happened? Especially if he slept with over 100 women while y'all was together. Like, that right there would have scared the bejesus out of me. I would be like, don't touch me. Like, sir, I'm scared. Like, I don't know what you're doing with your peen. Child, I be stressed out. Restart the marriage? Honey, I don't think so. I don't know. No, because there's no way you could have been loyal to me. There's no way you could be loyal to me after you would have sat there. Do we have a sex addiction problem? Is that the case, sir? If that's the case, then you need to go to therapy. You need to go to the meetings. You need to do all those things without me. Okay? A lot of STDs become incurables due to Oh, wow. Not here, porn star. Right, the Lord gives us a way to escape. Thankfully, she took it. Thankfully, think that's what I'm saying. That's the least he could have done to make up for all her pain. And I hope she get everything she deserves out of this. Everything. And I wish her nothing but the best. I want her to tell her story. I want her to go ahead and inspire women and push women to find their self-worth so that they can look at this story and say, this don't have to be me. I can see this pattern. I don't need to pass the girl on the steps. And I love the fact that she took accountability. No, the one thing that we all can say about her is that she didn't blame it all on him. She would say that she was a willing participant in all the foolishness that was happening when it came to the light. She did say that when they came and they did little section, that little video. Remember, I made a reaction video on it. They did a reaction video finding out that he was cheating and whatnot. They had already been through it. She had already discovered this, and she was already on her healing journey with him. And they were just coming from a funeral and this, that, and other, which is why her appearance was, not up to par and this, that, and other. So, but she wanted to, take this video and stick beside her man and, go against the devil that's attacking her marriage and this, that, and other. And so she did the video, but she wasn't comfortable in front of the camera, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, I get it. And I'm not going to lie and say I don't get it, because I get it. It's hard when you are in love with someone who is the father of your children, who solely provides for you. It's not as easy as it sounds to just get up and walk away, And then for her to say, he asked her, he said, so would you be okay if he said that you could have the nice house and you could have all these things and I'll be present for you and the kids and this, that, and the other, if you just accept the fact that I am going to have other women to deal with? And she said, no, I'm not okay with that. And a part of me is saying, I don't believe it, because at one point you was okay with passing the women up and down the steps. And if you keep continuing to allow him to do this cycle where you know he's at the condo with these women because he's not at your house and he's not coming home at night, he's not doing this, you already knew what he was doing. It don't take a rocket science to know that your husband is out there cheating, sleeping in a condo with multiple women when you and the kids is up in the house for 5 to 7 days straight and he ain't been home yet. You was already doing it. Right. And found out she was pregnant again. I'm like, girl, my coochie would have been cut off. Sorry. She couldn't accept it. That's what she said. She said she couldn't accept it. But it's like you kind of already accepted it. It's like you was fine with letting him cheat in peace. That's what it felt like, right? Felt like she was fine with letting him cheat in peace. Yeah, she was hurt by it. Because she said she would go to the condo because she would go to the condo trying to get some D herself. But he wanted to talk. He didn't want to give her the D. He wanted to talk. Right then, I would have started throwing stuff. Oh, so you having that much fun? You don't want to give me none? See, child. Well, child, I tell you, we would have been there fighting because I think I would have just been wilding out. I think I would have hooked him maybe a few times in that marriage. Okay, they would have been like, "Yeah, she's abusive." um, he said he would call the cops if she showed up at the cop. He said that, or she said that. What? I don't remember that part. See, Nikki B. Okay, so let me just start by this. Let me just start by this, y'all. To anyone who's not married, marriage is beautiful, and I hate that marriage gets this bad rep amongst women. I hate it. I was even telling my members at one point that I'm in this marriage group on Facebook, and all you hear is my man's like a child, and my man is unavailable emotionally, and this guy cheats on me, and this one's talking to these girls, and you hear it's like the whole thing. And I said, if I wasn't a married woman and experiencing marriage on my own, like in my own world, I would not recommend based on what I see. And it's unfair to the good men and the good women who want to experience marriage when we are putting ourselves in these predicaments to be with the wrong person, knowing they're the wrong person. You get what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't marry anyone other than my husband. Because my husband is the complete opposite of me, but he also embodies everything that I wanted in a man, period. Okay? And I'm a lie. Baby, I'm a lie, okay? I'm spoiled. I am emotional. I am a train wreck. Like, I'm getting better. I told y'all I used to be very toxic. Told y'all all that, right? My husband's very opposite of me, very logical, very not emotional. And he always tells me, he's like, you want me to be like this, but I can't be emotional when you the one always crying. He like, somebody got to have some sense in this house, okay? He cooks. Y'all know I don't cook, okay? Yeah, like he a good balance for me. And I don't think marrying anyone, I don't think there's anyone else who will be able to handle me the way he has handled me and calm me to the point where I wouldn't say he put me in my place, but he has made me choose to be a better type of woman. Like my husband is a fantastic father. And I always say that sometimes he's a better mother than I am, right? Because I wasn't born with the nurturing spirit. Like it just never was put on me. I've never been that girl, you know? And so he is a perfect balance for me. And I don't want women and I don't want men to be so discouraged by marriage and relationships. You just only got to get it right once. That's the thing. Like we keep trying to get it right with the wrong people, and we're not even thinking about the aspects of who we are and what that means and what we need in someone else. We're looking at the money. We're looking at all the things. I'm not saying go marry broke, okay? I was fortunate enough that both of us was broke when we met each other anyway because we was young as hell. And I probably wouldn't be able to find that, him right now. But what I'm saying is, marriage is not for everyone. But if it's something that you want, don't let other people. There are so many married happy people out there. It's so many married happy people, and I do not want y'all to be discouraged. If marriage is something that you are looking for, you can get it. Because you only have to find the right person one time. But that means that you have to be stern in what it is that you're looking for. And you have to make sure that that person matches your person, matches your heart, matches your goals, your values, matches your personality. Know that they could pick up where you lack. All that's very important. So I don't want y'all to give up on it, because I know it's like, child, the way these marriages is going out here. I remember I got up here the other day, like a while ago, and I said to y'all, I'm scared because the way that these marriages are falling apart, this could be me any day. I can be the one coming up here telling y'all, I'm going ahead and getting divorced. This is why I never ever sit there and I talk about people. This is why I never, make fun of or talk about people marriages in this type of way, because it's like, girl, that could be you. The way these daggone relationships is going nowadays, baby, who knows where I could be in two months from now. I would never laugh at another woman's pain. And it does make you nervous, especially even married people, like, what the heck is going on out here? Like, it's a mess. Child, all the stuff I'm reading, I'm like, dang, I would not recommend this either. But I just want to let y'all know that it's possible. It's possible. Don't give up. If marriage is something that you want, everybody don't want marriage, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not here to advocate for you. What I'm saying is, for the ones that, if you want marriage, don't give up on it. Like I told y'all, my mother is getting married in September, and she's what, 58? And she was married to my father, and they got divorced with my brothers before my brothers was even born. So, well, they wasn't divorced yet. They had been broken up. But what I'm saying is, like, you only gotta get it right once. Okay? Right. You want it, but don't force it. There you go. Never say it can't happen to me, right? Never say you can't. And y'all, I did find some cute shoes for Mother Wedding, but now I don't know if I'm gonna wear them or not, y'all. I don't know what's gonna happen. People who get married before me now divorced, so sad. Yeah, like, it's so sad. I just be sitting here like, who, child? It's nerve wracking. Y'all, it was nerve wracking. Like, I'm gonna be up here like my marriage under attack, y'all. It's under attack. Help me. So we just really got to learn to, like, extend grace and know that any situation, like I said, when you look at Danaya Jackson story and you listen to the things that she said and things like that, you really already saw that this marriage was set on crazy grounds. What are you having? I don't know what I'm having yet. So I took the blood test because they gave me a blood test where you can find out early. So they said it take like 10 days. So sometime the end of this week, I should know, y'all. I'm so excited. So excited. Like, I wanted a boy, but I'm hoping it's a girl now, so that my daughter can have a younger sister, so that when she get older, she could take her to the nail salon and shop, and they could have that bond and experience that she probably wouldn't have with a boy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Put tape on them and return them. I'm just like, I don't know. I probably should have got them wedges. Remember the wedges I showed y'all? I probably should have got the wedges. I probably should have got the wedges now. Because remember, I was like, I'm not wearing them little old baby shoes. But shoot, I'm due in November. So September is gonna be a little rough for me. But yeah, y'all. So yeah, I didn't know you could find out through blood either, child. When they told me, I was like, yes, do it. Yes, do it. Nikki, where you been? Thank you. So yeah, y'all. So that's that. But I'm praying for her strength. And I don't want to, like, hope that Derek Jackson fell. Child, because that's not nice. God, don't listen to me when I say that, because that's karma, right? Because karma is a karma, right? But what I'm saying is that I went on his YouTube page and I was hoping that like the numbers was like drastically different. Like, because I'm just like, you don't deserve to be happy and to be prospering after all the things you put that woman through, right? But that's not right. That's not of God. That's not of the karma. You know, you can't put out bad things, expect good things to come to you. But what I'm saying is, I was looking for a big dip. So I don't know if he got it yet because I can't remember how many subscribers he had versus how many he got. So I was like, I don't know. But the girls, some of the women still up there like, that's right. I said, these women, these pygmies is out of control. They is out of control. All the women still sleeping with this man is out of control. Okay. Child, you live and you learn, I guess. Oh, child, not through his story. The karma works like that. Might be me, Scorpio baby. I don't know. November 22nd. It's literally the day before Thanksgiving, but I'm praying that I can get a because I'm having a C-section, I'm hoping I can schedule it at least a week before. No, not at least a week before. Okay, so that's the whole thing with Danaya Jackson. Did I miss anything that y'all wanted to touch on from that interview? Because I really can't remember. It was 3 hours, two different parts, and I watched it in so many different pieces because it was just too much to sit through all at one time. And plus, I've been like binging Naked and Afraid, so I kind of was like in and out of it. So when do I wait? Y'all gonna have your birthday November 22nd? That's so cool. Stop naming my baby all types of stuff. Gwen E get on my nerves. She done named that baby 8 different names. We got to figure out what it is. I should know soon. When I find out, I'll let y'all know. We could come up with some names. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Young, Famous, and African. In the meantime, I hope you guys did like the video. If this is your first time here, I hope you are enjoying your time here. Please like the video and join the channel if you are not already a subscriber. If you're watching from the bushes and you have nothing to say, you could go ahead and drop some yellow hearts in the comments. That always let me feel loved. Light up the chat with some love. It always feels good. Oh, child, excuse me. Baby Miracle. Oh, that's so cute, Miracle. If it's a girl, that's cute. I might take. Yeah, we might could do that one. I like that. Is a Sagittarius. Oh, okay. Okay, so y'all, did you guys watch Young, Famous, and African? Now, there were a lot of different perspectives on this season, and I don't want to talk about the whole season because y'all, I binge watched it the day it came out, and then I end up in a hospital, and I could barely remember a lot of the things, the people names, and all types of stuff. But I wanted to talk about Annie and Swanky. Is it Swanky? Swinky? Swinky? It's Swinky, right? Y'all spell it out, but not spell it out for me, but put it how it's pronounced in there, just in case I'm saying it wrong. But anyway, Swanky and Annie got into a beef, right? So I was so agitated because they kept acting like they didn't want to go ahead and tell us what really happened. Now, Swinky said that Annie has said some really nasty things about her on the phone call that he heard her say, and he was upset with that, and he could not believe that she would actually say some of the things that she said about her. Now, I would say that I respect the fact that he did not go into deep details of the things that she said about him, because if he did, possibly the way he was like not wanting to talk to her anymore, pretty much could have ruined the image that she had, right? Now, she feels as though he didn't want to be her friend anymore because she was going through this public scandal with her lying, cheating husband, who she was sticking beside, and because she was losing brand deals and stuff like that. She felt like he just did not want to be involved with her. Now, both of those stories sound absolutely correct. When Swanky went to go talk to Annie, they sat down, just them two, to have this conversation. I got so pissed off with her because she sat there and he's telling her, I heard you say this on the phone about me. And she acts like she didn't say anything. I didn't never say anything about you. I didn't talk about you. And we're not even talking about that. This, that, and other. And I'm sitting here like, if someone is telling you that they heard you say something, you're not going to gaslight me and make it feel like what I'm saying is crazy. And when I know it was you. And so I understood why he was pissed off at her, right? So they finally get to this point where they're starting to talk again. Now, when they having a conversation, she's clearly saying she did not say nothing about him. Like it blew my mind how she was saying that she did not say anything about him until he started to call her out on the type of person she was and why nobody wants to be her friend and this, that, and other. Then she gets all upset, irrational, emotional, gets up, starts crying, playing the victim, this, that, and other. And now she's running away. And what's his name? What's his name? Adele, that's not that man's name. What's that man's name? Child, I can't remember his name. But y'all know who I'm talking about. The guy who got the two baby mamas and he's trying to figure out which one he want to be with, child. I don't even know why anybody want to be with him. But anyway. So I'm sitting here like, he gets up and he's like, we don't do this. We're a family. We don't do this. Do y'all not know that she sat there and apologized for saying all the things that she said about him as if she did not just sit here and say she didn't say none of these things and she couldn't understand why this man was mad? I said, we just gonna overlook the fact that this woman sat here and lied in our face like it was not happening? And delay, yes, okay. And so you want me to sit here and believe that your husband didn't have them kids while y'all was together? After I done seen the way you sat up here and lied on national television about the fact that you ain't never talk about that man on no phone call and then got the nerve to sit here and apologize for a child was in disbelief. I said, ain't no way. Ain't no effing way. Y'all, I was so pissed off. You want to know why? Because I really was liking Annie and I really was liking Swanky. And I just could not understand for the life of me because he turned me off this season too, right? But their whole falling out just seemed so crazy to me because she really was trying to make it seem like he was the person after he done said all these bad, like after she done said all these things about this man, tried to tell him that she didn't say anything about him, didn't want to talk about it, address it, anything like that. Then got the nerve to come out at the final, at the end and tell us that she was sorry for the things that she said because she said it out of hurt. Child, I was like, who child? And I'm supposed to believe that your husband didn't have them babies while y'all was together. Okay. Diamond has that girl whipped. I don't know what that's about. Like, I guess that was like his storyline to kind of get her introduced to the show. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Queen E. I thought you would have saw. You ain't finished it by now, girl. Girl, I'm bad. My bad, y'all. I should have said spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You did not finish the season. How you not finish the season? You should have been finished the season. She tried to manipulate the word and they were together but not married when they had the kids, still cheating. Exactly. But last season, if I'm not mistaken, she said he had kids on her while they was married. So I'm just trying to figure out. Queen Ease, tell me if you remember, because I know you review. When you review, you got good memory of some of the things that you say. Did she or did she not say that she was with that man with he had kids on them? I think she said that last season. I think she said that last season. Yeah. He had kids while they was together. She said it out her own mouth. Now she want to be up here this season on the radio show with Andalay crying. And I'm just sitting here like, true child. That's a man she gonna stick beside him. And he pissed me off. Let me tell y'all why he was at that daggone dinner talking about something. Oh, you make love to your wife, but you could just be out here effing the other people, effing the other girls. That's nothing. And you want us to believe that this man is not out here cheating. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Stop gaslighting us. You know she saw. She said it because they used the Empire clip. Shout out to Empire. Yes, they did. That's why I'm sitting here like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Yeah, she's trying to play. See, y'all. What Miss Misha say? She got a little lying problem. It sounds like she got a little lying problem, y'all. And it's like you sitting at the table and you mad at what's the girl name that was there? You mad at old girl for asking the questions because she need clarification. And she like, so is this like you speaking in general or you speaking for yourself? You saying that this is what you do or this is what people do? Like, we just want to be clear on what's going on. He's just like digging himself into a deeper hole. And she's sitting there like, I just can't believe he said it. Girl, cut it out. Your man is cheating. It just is what it is. And I believe that the baby is his. Whatever the baby is with the assistant is his baby. It's his baby. I don't care if nobody say that's his baby. Nadia. Right. Nadia was sitting there trying to figure it out, girl. And I'm not mad at her because I would have been right there too. So is you talking from experience? Where is this coming from? He was doubling down. Child. Just like stop playing in my face because like I don't know, y'all. I think I'd have popped him. Like, I'm glad my husband don't play with me like that because I think my reactions probably would be bam. Like, stop playing with me. Like, you don't know me like that. She knows he's cheating, but that bank account is treating her well. Then just go ahead. See, this is my thing. Okay, so let's be progressive in 2023. Okay. Now, I'm not speaking, let me clarify. I'm not speaking for me because Chloe don't do poly. Okay, Chloe don't share like that. Okay. I've shared some things, but not like that. Okay, so if you know that your man is cheating and you don't want to leave the relationship and you know he's going to continue to cheat, the least that y'all need to do is have the conversation about protection, regular STD checks, and all of these things so that you're not putting your health in danger. I would want to know if this is what's going on so that we can go ahead and take the necessary precautions to make sure that we are protecting ourselves properly and handling things properly. Because if I'm not going to leave, baby, I'm not going to keep rushing. I'm not going to keep looking for stuff. I'm not going to keep trying to defend you, this, that, and other. I'd rather have this open marriage. Like Latasha said, go ahead and have this open marriage and call it a day. Okay. That's perfectly fine. If you're fine with him doing all of that and you plan on staying, that's what you decide to do in your relationship because, baby, that's your relationship. But what you need to do is go ahead and make sure that you're protecting yourself because you can't keep continuing to open up your body to this person who is doing whatever he wants to do. And then you're putting your health in jeopardy. That's the worst thing about cheating that I find out of everything. It's not even so much like I understand like the loyalty, the respect, and all that other stuff. Of course, that's a big part of it. But it's the fact that you don't even care enough about your health or my health to the point where you're willing to go ahead and sling that thing every way, knowing that there are diseases out there that can kill you. So if you're not going to leave, then you need to have an open marriage with clear communication so that y'all can go ahead and get some testing done on a constant, regular basis, and that he's wrapping it up in this, that, and other. Like, it got to be something. Because I was listening to, what was it? The Braxtons, right? It was a clip on Instagram, and Toni Braxton said that her mother told her when she was like young that if you're not prepared to leave a man, don't go looking for it. Him cheating, don't go looking for him. Don't ask him about no other women, this, that, and the other, if you're not prepared to leave. And Tamar Braxton said, so basically, let that man cheat in peace. And I hate that that's the logic that you have to use with men to the point where it's like, if you're not prepared to leave him, then you just need to let whatever's happening just happen. And not go looking for the drama, not go looking for all the things. And I think that's the point where Annie is at with her husband. She's like, I'm not prepared to leave him. I'm not going to be asking about no other girls. I'm not going to go look for no other girls. I'm not going to go through his phone, this, that, and other. I'm going to just let it be whatever it is. And when the people say what the people say, I don't know what they're talking about. I think she's really at that point, that place where it's like, I'm going to just let that man cheat in peace. as long as he's showing up for me how I need him to show up. Which honestly, it doesn't feel like he's showing up for her the way I like. Why are they never together? Like he was with her a lot more this season, but I feel like they don't even live in the same. They don't live. They don't live together, right? Child, it's so weird. Personally, I'm gonna let you cheat. It's chaos. Child, not you gonna let him cheat. Like that's but I mean, like everybody could be getting cheated on and not know it. Like I could be getting cheated on right now and not know it. Child, because anything is possible in this world. Okay, you put nothing past nobody. But what I'm saying is, I ain't going to look for nothing either. There are some people who go looking for all the drama, and then when the drama come, they don't do nothing, which allows that person to know, oh, it don't even matter. She ain't gonna leave anyway. Why even try to hide it now? Who cares if the side pieces get out of line? You know? He's like, Neo, we thought he was good too. LO, he is a gentleman in my butt. Yo, Neo is he's a trip. I know that he ruined it for me, and I was all here for Neo, yo. He definitely ruined it for me. Oh yeah, she was mad because but we didn't even get into any of that. Like we didn't even see nobody's kids. This season was really like drama based. It was like everything was an outing. I am disappointed. Let me tell y'all where I'm the most disappointed with this season. I'm so mad that we didn't get the opening scene exactly where the F we left off. Because how did y'all have Diamond and Delay and what's that girl name? What's Diamond's baby mama name? I can't remember her name, but Zaria. Is her name Zara? Zaria? Zara, child, whatever her name is. But anyway, they left us on a cliffhanger last season with them two coming in, him coming in the house. Zari, with him coming in the house. So I was like, oh, yes, I'm ready. Open it up with that so I can see, let's get into some things. Baby, we was like, we just got past it like it wasn't nothing going on. I'm like, no, I wanted to see the showdown. I wanted to see the yelling, the screaming, the arguing. I wanted to see who pulled out the knife from the kitchen. Like, I want to see... like, I want to see all that. Right. I was so mad. Like, y'all really had me shook at the end of last season. Last season, I was standing up in my house like, oh my God, like, what is going on? Like, oh, I need to see this. And they didn't even open it up with it. Like, they could at least let us see it. They just talked about how they had a conversation about it and they discussed it. It must not have been that good. It must not have been juicy enough because they didn't show us. Child, but I still wanted to see. The trailer proposal. Let me tell you something. I am so pissed off because he did a trailer proposal. Then he set up this whole beautiful, what's his name? Put it how you gotta pronounce it, y'all. He did this whole beautiful setup for this girl. I mean, it was beautiful, y'all. Beautiful. The flowers, the love sign, like everything. And I just knew tonight was the night. I just knew, naked. I just knew that he was going to come out there and this was going to be the time he was going to really pull out that ring and he was going to propose to this girl after doing this fake proposal for her proposal trailer. She said, I Googled it. I never even heard. No one ever heard of it. Exactly. Like, stop taking advice from dumb people. Did all of this, right? Set up this whole beautiful thing and gave her a key. Girl, I said, oh, you got me effed up. I thought this was the night. I thought tonight was the night. Stop playing with it. Gave her a key to move in. Child was shook. I just knew, like, yo, I was getting teary-eyed and everything. I was sitting here like, oh, he about to propose. I feel it. This is perfect. This is the perfect way to do it. This is the perfect way to do it. Child, he gave her, yes, Joy Clifton all the way. Give me a daggone kick. I wanted to fight him so bad. right? Play stupid games to get stupid prizes. Child, I said, hold up, because what you're not about to do is play in my face twice. So you pulled out some fake little ring in front of people and fake proposed to me as the trailer proposal to see what I was going to say. Then you set up this miraculous, nothing but perfect proposal opportunity and still didn't do it, baby. I'm gonna have to let you go because like this ain't it. This ain't it. And like I would have threw that key at him. Maybe I would have threw that key at him because why I don't have a key to your house already? Like, what's happening here? Oh, I keep forgetting you ain't seen. Well, I binge watched it. Girl, you gotta get off the live. He playing in all our faces. Y'all was so sad. Yeah. So the first two marriages scared him, and I get that. And I get that. And I totally get that. But my thing is, you can't, that's not her fault. That's not that you should, if you was not ready to be in a committed relationship that's going to lead to marriage because of your last marriages, then you should have worked on that hill from that and did all the things you were supposed to do before you jumped into a relationship with someone who wants to be married. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Now, if she didn't want to be married and you didn't want to, then that's perfectly fine. Makes sense, right? But if you so scared of marriage and you don't know if you want to do this no more, why get with someone who clearly wants marriage, and then you sit there and do a trailer proposal? Sir, I would have kicked you while you were down there. Do not play with me. Child, that stressed me out. That daggone show stressed me the heck out. So I don't know. Did I miss anything, y'all? I think I covered it all. We've been up here for an hour, 30 minutes. We did good time, man. We did 3 topics. They was not rushed. I think they were detailed. We got a story time. We definitely got into some things. Hold on. Okay. And his ex fight. Okay, right. So let's get into Andale's ex is fighting over him. This man confuses me every chance that I get. Milan, you gotta hold back. You're making a lot of noise. Thank you. Angela really surprised me this season because, sir, you had 2 women who have your children that want you, and you over here playing with what's that girl name? Kyra? Child, what's that girl name? Kira? I can't remember nobody's name. I really can't remember nobody's name. So he playing games with her, and once he realized that she's not going to be in a relationship with him because Diamond would never approve of it, and she still secretly kind of low key want to be with Diamond and throw that in every girl's face that he possibly try to get with, that she's always going to be in the picture no matter what. Okay, so he decides that he's gonna go try to choose between one of his baby mamas, and I'm like, your baby mama still wants you? Both of them. He basically tells one baby mama that he want to be with her, but he gonna go tell the other baby mama, and she's telling him, how about we try it again? Then he go back to the other baby mama and say, well, I don't want to be with you because I really need to figure out where I want to be. Child, I said, ain't no way I'm gonna let this man play with me like this. This is what I mean by we need to start doing better from the very beginning, because this is how you end up in these situations like Danaya, okay? Playing with these men who clearly playing in our face. And they both beautiful. Yes. And he definitely had the type because they were both nice and slender, real pretty girls, you know, like he definitely had the type. And I don't think he's a bad looking guy, but his attitude, He's charming. He got the riz. That's what the kids call it, the riz. um, that's what they call it when they say that you have charisma. He got the riz. I'm down. But so I could see why like they would be attracted to him and stuff like that. But after having one of his kids and realizing that he for the streets, baby, I would just have to let it go. Like there's no going back. Like do not circle the block. Do not come back around. Do not do it again. Um, Zari and Diamond are still smashing. Yes, any chance she wants to, and any chance, more so, any chance she wants to, which I believe is a lot more than she puts on. Because she's sitting there talking about, I'm just sitting here like, girl, the way she throws that man in, like she says like, I don't want him, and that probably could be the case, but it does not take away from the fact that she's still willing to throw this man in any woman's face and let them know that that's mine. If I want him, I can have him. You know what I'm saying? She still does that a lot. That whole if I want him, I can have him type of thing. Like, don't ever get too comfortable. Like you temporary, baby. If I say when we're together, he's gonna be all up on me. He's gonna be what it is. Like y'all together, not like I'm not comfortable with that at all. She married. Who she married to? What the hell? When she get married? Because ain't he supposed to have a whole girlfriend? Diamond's supposed to have a whole girlfriend. Remember, we found that out last season. And she said it this time too. I don't know. Zari, we gotta go check on her man. Is it on Instagram? Girl, what's this cast is full of ish. I am not beat. I ain't buying it. This cash is full of it. They both in relationships. Ain't no way. Ain't no effing way. But they definitely still on something. She is married, child. So you mean to tell me she married and she still really be all hugged up with Diamond every time they together? Oh, thank you. So that's what you mean to tell me? Fatima, that's her name, Fatima the Thirsty. First of all, girl, now you know Diamond not serious about you. You know Diamond not serious about you. So why are you sitting here playing like she's going to end up being hurt? She's trying to play a big girl game, but she ain't got the heart for it. Okay, because she's sitting there like I can have this one, I can have this one, I can have this one, I can do it all. Da 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 da. Like she's doing all of that, right? And he's just something to do. But then you low key secretly really crushing like really really hard, and you really really want him. And did she say she loved him or did he say I love you? Who said I love you? One of them said I love you when he was getting on that plane. I can't remember who, but baby, she gonna get caught up talking like I can have this one and I can have this one. Yeah, right. It's giving low budget city girls. All the women and men are mismatched. Diamond Zuri was in the money. Because she seems above his antics and two puffball ponytails. I saw an interview last week where she's still talking about that man. Who was talking about him? He said at first, and she replied, "Oh, any man that tell you they love you in like 2 weeks is a F boy." Child, that's how you get manipulated and end up with somebody's baby and a tattoo of their name on your arm. That's exactly how you get manipulated with a baby and a tattoo of their name. I'm telling you, don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. Child, no, he didn't. I don't know. I'm also so ditzy. I don't know. It's like she want to play. It's like you trying to play a game. One thing I learned is that you really can't play games with these men. You, as much as women want to be like, oh, I could play the same game a man play. No, you can't. Now, the only way you can is if you get one of those guys that they label simps, because I don't want to say that, but you know the guys that they label sense, if you get one of them, right? Then maybe you can do it, but you can't meet an F boy at his level. It's just impossible. It's just impossible. You can use the text to get out of here. um I hope y'all like the video. Did y'all like the video? Please like the video, like the video, like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, y'all. I know I've been slacking lately, but we coming back, y'all. We coming back. That's why I had to get up here and talk to y'all. And y'all, I don't know why Married at First Sight is coming on tomorrow. Like, they need to hang this on up because it's dragged. Yo, I didn't finish Put a Ring on It. I haven't watched Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I definitely and I have on. Why am I going out? I really wasn't feeling episode 1 too much, but if you guys let me know what show y'all would like a review on from this week that's passed already, I could try to get that up for y'all from now and see where we could go with this. My story time, go back and watch the story time. If you missed when we talked about Danaya Jackson, go back and watch Danaya Jackson. And then, of course, if you are here, we talk about Young Famous African. I'm gonna have to put some timestamps in there. I might break them down and split them up to get some extra revenue and see how it goes. Diamond coming for y'all on the internet, girl. Diamond better coming for who on the internet? Don't he got nothing? All right, y'all. My internet keep going in and out. I don't know what's happening, so I'm going to jump up off of here. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Me on Instagram, Chloe.Bay on Instagram. Y'all can always DM me up there, follow me over there, and all that good stuff. I am on TikTok, and I am going to do some little story times on TikTok. So go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Chloe Johnson, all that good stuff. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.